Good afternoon and welcome to This Girl is on Fire. I'm Kathy Connor, your host. For those of you just tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from. Add a comment down below. If you have any questions throughout the podcast, please add a comment. We'll make sure that we get those questions answered. So today we have an amazing go-getter. As you know, our podcast is dedicated to the amazing members of the Go-Getter Girls Network. And I am super excited to bring on Karina Priestman. She has been a member of Go-Getter Girls Network for almost a year. Actually, it has been a year. She is an amazing insurance agent with her own insurance agency. Without further ado, I am going to bring on the one, the only Karina Seminario Priestman.
Hello, how are you? It's actually Hilda Angelica Karina Seminario Otoya, the Priestman. Priestman.
But I'm so glad you didn't tell me that at the beginning because I would have had a hard time remembering that.
Yes, my parents gave me about 17 names.
I love it. I love it. Well, they all mean something, right?
Yes. Hilda was my grandma from my maternal side. Angelica was my grandma from my paternal side. And Karina, I don't know where they got Karina from. And in the Spanish cultures, you use your dad's maiden name and your mother's maiden name. And then when you get married, you're off the male last name, off Priestman. Very handmade.
I like that because you're bringing in the mother and the father into the name. So I love that. It keeps everything within the family.
Yes.
That's cool. Karina, I know you are an established agent, an amazing agent. You bring so much resource and opportunity and help to those within our community. So let's talk real quick before we get into that. Let's learn about Karina. Tell us about you, your family, what your hobbies are.
So I'm originally from Peru. I moved to the States in 1987. I was 14. Imagine leaving your own home and country at 14 years old and moving to Houston with my brother, my sister, my mom to a two-bedroom apartment. At 14, I hated everybody, as any 14-year-old will. And then we moved to Florida and everything just got better. We've faced some hard times growing up for sure, coming from pretty much paradise. Peru is a beautiful country to pretty much nothing. And we had to hit the ground running with my family. I'm the youngest of 11. Between my mom and my dad, they were married to other people before each other. I have 3 siblings that are my closest siblings, which is my sister. She also owns a makeup company, Lulu Cosmetic Inc. My brother works for Broward Health, and my sister was a Spanish professor at Eastern University in Illinois.
Very nice.
We are what you call the American dream come true.
I love it. I love it. You know, I visited Peru.
Oh, you did?
I did. I loved it. We went to
Cusco.
We went to another area.
Machu Picchu.
We did see Machu Picchu. That was my lifelong dream, to stand there and see Machu Picchu. And I literally just sat there like, it was amazing. The food was incredible, but I do have to say, eating a guinea pig was a little weird.
Yes.
Because we don't do that here.
My husband did order one actually when we were in Peru. Actually, he's my husband now. He was my boyfriend at the time. And he ordered one and it came with the tusks and the hair. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not eating that. The region where I'm from, we don't eat guinea pigs. So I'm from the coast. I'm from the Pacific side.
Okay.
And usually guinea pigs are eaten in La Sierra, which is in the middle of Peru, the mountains.
Right. Well, they had, at this particular restaurant, they had the guinea pigs in a cage, and it's almost like you were able to pick out your own guinea pig. We had to try it because, you know, when you're in Peru, it was something we needed to try out. It was fried, and it came with a little hat, and I looked at it, and I'm like, I can't. I just remember those little cute little guinea pigs.
Mouse.
Yes, they're pets.
Yeah.
And it was different. Yeah, it's but that's. You're from the coast, so did you ever see Machu Picchu?
Yes, I went to Cusco about 10 years ago with my husband, and I swore I will never go back. I got really sick due to the altitude. So, the night before, we went to my cousin's wedding in Lima, and alcohol was flowing, really flowing. So by the time we got to Cusco, it was not a good experience. I was sick the whole time. I had to get oxygen. The whole town was spinning. So, but I would love to take my boys. I have two boys, Cody and Jake. So I would love to take them one day.
Yes, that same thing happened to me. I mean, I wasn't drinking alcohol, but the altitude, I did get the altitude sickness where I needed the oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
that was a strange experience. It really, really was,
Yes.
but
I
I
ended
wouldn't
up in
trade it.
I ended up in a clinic on the side of the road, just asking for whatever you can give me to stop spinning. And they did. The lady came out with a little ampule and a huge syringe, and she put it in my arm, and I was fine after that.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
$2 later.
Yeah, definitely bring your boys there. I think that would
Yes.
be amazing for them to see. Now, do you still have family in Peru?
Yes, I have pretty much. We've been able to make it out of Peru, most of my family, but I have a lot of cousins and aunts and uncles. My grandma lives right across the street from the church that we grew up in. So I have still a lot of family in Peru. And they come and visit, and we go back and visit them.
Okay. One of my memorable experiences in Peru, other than seeing Machu Picchu, is the resort where we were staying at had a hut. It was
Hmm.
almost like a sweat
Yes, sweatbox.
hut, and it just the way the hut was made was so authentic looking, which I'm sure it
Hmm.
was, authentic. It just was really, really cool. We went in there, they gave us robes. We went in there. It was so hot that we had to,
Hmm.
get out, but just the whole experience of it was
Yeah.
very interesting and very fun.
I'm glad you had a good time in my country, for
We
sure.
did.
It is
I
it
love
is
your
a
country.
beautiful country, and their people are just so nice, and the food, oh my God, the food is
Yes.
amazing. So, and my mom still cooks very Peruvian. She's 88. She lives in Fort Lauderdale Plantation. So when she comes, she's coming next week. I'm picking her up on Sunday. And when she comes to my house, I'm the daughter, she's the mom. I don't,
Aw.
yeah. She yells at me all the time. It- It's
I
like,
have to be hon
you know you've lost weight when your mom tells you you've lost weight. You know you've
Yes,
gained weight when your mom tells you you've gained weight.
moms don't lie.
But at the same time, she makes a huge pot of rice. I'm like, you telling me that I'm chunky, but you're making a huge pot of rice and I can't stop eating your food.
Something funny is I isn't La Granja is
La Granja.
Peruvian,
Uh-huh.
and
Yes,
so I went
very.
to Peru thinking I was going to get La Granja, and
Oh no.
I didn't see it there.
Mm.
So,
No. No, no, no. That is more like American it's Peruvian food, but is a
American
very
style.
American. Yes,
Right,
American
right.
style. Yes.
Well, I
My kids
noticed
love
that
La Granja. We were there on Sunday with my son actually. And the funny thing is I told my son, I'm like, look, we can go to La Granja and spend a little bit of money and go shopping after, or we can go to a really expensive restaurant and not go shopping. He's like, let's go to La Granja. Even if we don't go shopping.
it's yeah, one thing I noticed, and I didn't know that initially, obviously, you don't realize that until you visit other countries. So, for example,
Hmm.
we went to Cuba, and some of the things, the Cuban food that we have here in the United States
It's
is
not the same.
totally different than what they
Yeah.
have, in Cuba. And in anywhere in the world, anywhere we
Yeah.
travel to, it's different. But that's one of the
We
things
add
that I love.
cheese to everything.
Yes. Yes. 100%. Let's dive into your insurance agency. I know you handle all areas of personal
And
insurance,
yes,
so homeowners.
auto, homeowners, auto, builder's risk. I do not touch commercial insurance just yet, but I will in the future. So I'm trying to look for to hire somebody to do the commercial side. I'm busy enough with the homeowners that I want to hire somebody else to take care of the commercial side. So I give my 110% attention to homeowners.
Right. Well, we talked before the show that you just did an incredible job with a presentation, and I think it's so important because if you're not in the insurance world, you really don't know what you're looking at when
Mm-hmm.
you look at your deck page, your declarations page, and
Yes.
I think having an understanding of what the coverages are and what they actually cover
Mm-hmm.
better protects the homeowner or the own, on an auto policy, it protects the insured. if they
Yes.
understand what the policy means. So let's dive into that a little bit about, what's on a deck page, how to read a deck page, what it actually means. Sometimes you have a co-insurance or you have a deductible.
Mm-hmm.
There's flood risk. There's a lot of information with the flood zones that people don't realize they need to be aware of, whether you need flood insurance, you don't need flood insurance.
I think everybody in Florida should have flood insurance, if even if you're in a preferred zone. With everything going on right now and all the construction, there's no place for the water to run off. So it's very smart to have flood insurance. If you're in a preferred zone, your premium is going to be more favorable than it if you're in a flood zone. I always say, look, your premium is going to be about 3 dinners out. That's pretty much it. Going out to dinner is pretty expensive, and you get so much in return if you have flood insurance. And not having them, especially in Florida, it's not very smart.
Well, what happens is, if God forbid we have a flood and you don't have
Mm,
flood insurance, you're
you're
not
not
covered.
covered. Your homeowners is
Your whole
not flood
Yes,
insurance. It's a
right,
separate standalone policy. So right now we cannot bind any policies through FEMA due to the government
right.
being shut down, but we have other carriers, other private carriers that we can write flood insurance with.
Okay. And then there's things such as med pay and your personal injury, your liability on, and
Yes.
I don't think they understand what that means. So you want to go
So
over the different various coverages and
yes,
just a couple of them so that our viewers
so
understand.
when you buy an insurance policy, your homeowner's policy, we have to see your exposures. And if this is your primary residence, if you have rental exposure, if this is a rental property, and if it's an LLC, it changes your liability coverage. We enter all the information, your dwelling information, into what is called a replacement cost estimator. From there, we get an amount what your house should be insured for. I always ask my clients, hey, look at your house. Do you have crown molding? Do you have what type of flooring do you have? So we can see if it's builder's risk. I mean, sorry, builder's built, or if it's custom or just basic. That's how we base your replacement cost estimator. From there, everything is pretty much as a percentage. For other structures, is everything that is not attached to your house. I said if you have a she shed or if you have an outbuilding, that you want to make sure also that it's properly covered. Sometimes you do 2%, you can go as high as 10% or even higher. You have to see how much it will cost to rebuild that building that is not attached to your house. Then you go for contents. If you turn your house upside down, everything that falls out, your couches, your TV, your clothes, everything. There's 3 ways that you can ensure that. And that is with excluding them, which we will never recommend. And then we can do replacement costs, which if you have a catastrophic loss, if you lose your stuff, they will be replaced at replacement cost, or ACV, which is actual cash value. They will be replaced, but at depreciated value. And then we have D, loss of use. If you have a catastrophic loss and you cannot stay in your house, then you will have to go somewhere. You need a warm pillow for your family for them to have a house. So your insurance will pay for you to get an apartment or to go stay somewhere else. Then you have liability. That's for anybody that gets hurt in your house due to your negligence. Let's say you have a party and one of your tiles is broken and your friend gets hurt, then you're covered for that. Then medical payment, then the next one is medical payments, which is for anybody that gets hurt at your house due to their negligence and they don't really have insurance and you want to do a quick claim for them so they can get covered. Then you have all your deductibles. You have 2%, which is the normal for for the hurricane deductible, and then you have your all other perils. It's usually 2,500. You can go as low as $1,000. For your deductibles, you want to be very careful how you choose that, because a lot of people feel that deductible is for the premium. It is not. The deductible is from your dwelling coverage. So when you go 5%, 10%, so you can save $400 or $500, it's not worth it, because your deductible can go from 5,000 to 25,000 really quick. So you want to be
Right.
so you can save $300-$400. It's not worth it to the client. So with insurance, it's best to know what you're not getting, because what you're getting, you're going to get. But if you don't have it, it's best to do it. Also for your water coverage, water damage. I'm not talking flood insurance, but if your pipes or your toilets decide to have a party, then that is water damage. You want to make sure that if your house is less than 40 years, that you maximize that coverage, that you have full water. If you don't, they're going to, a lot of carriers are capping you at 10,000. That is not enough to cover you for a water loss.
Hmm.
Also for mold, we're in Florida. You open your door and you get mold. So if you have a water damage, you're going to get a mold claim as well. So you want to make sure for the extra, I think it's an extra like 40, $50 a year with a lot of carriers for you to have 50,000 in mold coverage. What I see that the policies that I see coming through my desk, it baffles me that somebody will sell somebody a policy with only $10,000 and what in mold on mold property, because for an extra, not a lot of money, you can maximize that to 50,000. It's my agency is, of course, we're premium based, but we're mostly coverage based. I want for that moment of truth when you're sitting at the claims, if you, God forbid, you have a claim, not if, but when, that you're properly covered. I lost my home during Andrew. We only been in this country for 4 years. Okay. We
Wow.
moved here in 87. Andrew hit in what, 94? So it was more than 4 years. I was 19. When you're 19, you don't care about insurance. I went to
Right.
a concert the night before. I went to Lollapalooza in Miami. I remember we lost our house, and I remember my mom, she barely spoke English. And she turned around and said, "We have enough money to rebuild." And now I look back at that moment. And when I saw a policy, I want the same feeling for that family. I don't want them to be homeless because I sold them the wrong policy, or I cut their coverages so I can sell a policy to them for a lower premium.
Right. That makes
So
sense.
your home is your biggest asset.
Hmm.
Save it, protect it. It protects you from the outside world.
Right.
So it's like, I like my house.
How did, no, two things. I have two questions. Number one, be honest, do you have a she
Uh,
shed?
yeah.
You have a she shed?
Yes.
And you
Well,
didn't
it's
invite us over to the she shed? Oh my
Well,
God.
it's more it's my kids now. It used to be
Okay.
mine, but it's my kids now. Between all their toys and all their bikes and everything else, I've given up. I'm like, I'm done. They're 16 and 14, and they have a lot of fishing rods. I mean, you should see my son's room is all filled with fishing rods. My other we go fishing, we go hunting. We're very outdoors people. So
Love it.
it's them, it's theirs now.
I envision a she shed with like a chandelier at the
Oh yeah.
top and a nice pink fuzzy couch and
Oh, oh yeah. I told my boys once they move out, I'm gonna get a white couch and a white alpaca rug, and nobody's gonna touch it.
ooh, alpaca rug. I like that.
Yes,
Bringing in
they're
your
very,
Peru roots.
yeah, they're very well. I have one in the attic.
Ooh.
I have one that I'm not taking out anytime soon. They're like, "Mom, can you?" I'm like, "Nope, not taking out till you guys move out because you guys will destroy it."
The other question I have is I mean, you created your agency from the ground up,
Yes.
and
So I
that's not
was. That's it. It was. I'm not gonna lie to you. It must be. It must be meant to be. It must, because everything is, all the doors are opening.
yeah,
It's like, and they always said, if you don't ask, the answer is always going to be no.
that's right.
So if you don't ask, you don't know. Well, my husband's family's been in the insurance world since 1963. My father-in-law started his agency in North Miami at Sears, and when insurance wasn't even a thing back then.
Wow, Sears.
So yeah, back in 1963. So my family's been in insurance for a long time. About six during COVID, like everybody else, I found myself with no job. I was like, I came home, I was let go of my job. I was in dermatology for 25 years.
Mm.
So, because I couldn't give them the hours that they wanted, it was a fun show, let me tell you. So I came home, and my husband is like, well, why don't you get your insurance license and come work for me? So I was like, okay. I'm like, I'll get my license, but I'm not working for you. I'm like, I did not move a continent to come work for you. I'm going to start my own agency. And he's like, go right ahead, go for it. So I got the license. I started applying for carriers. I remember the first carrier that I applied for, I was denied. And I was ready to throw in the towel. I am done. I don't want to do this anymore. But I was like, I'm doing this. I'm doing it for my kids to show them that at 47, you can reinvent yourself.
That's right.
You can do it all over again. And that's what I'm trying to teach them every day. You are
Good for
kind.
you.
You are, you take everybody as I get phone calls from from the teachers. We have a new student and your son was the only one that say, hey, come sit with us. We're
Oh,
very inclusive with my family. I have breakfast club at my house once a month. I have all the little middle schoolers here. Let me tell you, their conversations are fun. Especially when it comes to girls, let me tell you. And we have breakfast. I'm making rice and eggs, and now they've requested pancakes. So we have this once a month just to have all the kids here. My house is a safe place for all the kids. That's how my grandma was in Peru. When I was little, my mom left me in Peru for, I think, 2 to 3 years so she can get our citizenship paperwork. She sent my brother to the States when he was 11 to live with my sister, and same with my other sister, so we can leave Peru. Peru is a beautiful country, but back in the 80s, it was very terrorist driven.
yeah.
We had the shining path that were killing people left and right. So I had a great childhood, but at the same time I look back and I think, thank God for my mother seeing ahead and getting a better life for us.
Right.
Thank God we were financially okay to leave, but once we got here, we had to hit that ground running.
Yeah.
I've had a job since I'm 16. And that's what I teach my boys too. You have to see how lucky you are to where you are. You don't have to work at 16 and pay for food. You have, well, they don't have jobs yet. They're both in sports. So that's more important.
That's more important.
Yes. So, and same with their grades. Without an education, you're nothing. That
Right.
is very important in my family. Without an education, you will not make it in this world. And I'm the
I
first one
agree.
to admit that.
Well, it's, I'm old school when it came. My kids are older now and they're grown,
Oh, you
and
don't look old enough to have older kids.
I am older. I have two granddaughters and a grandbaby on the way. So
Oh.
but I'm old school, and I was a single mom, and
Mm-hmm.
as my kids were growing up, I was very protective over them. So I wasn't that
Mm-hmm.
house where all the kids came, because I was like,
Mm.
I was
Yeah.
a mama bear. I wanted to make sure that they
Mm-hmm.
were protected, and, I kept them where I could see them. And, but I love the fact that and I think it's important to have a space where your kids feel comfortable to bring
Mm-hmm.
their friends, and where they're at, who they're hanging around with.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's great that your house is like the hub for all the kids to go to. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah, their friends call me mama. They're like, Mama, can you make me some food? I'm like, sure, I'll make you some food. When we moved to from Texas to Florida, I met my best friend when I was 16. Her mom was amazing. We used to call her mom, and I see her in everything that I do for my kids too. Because she was that mom, Miss Schaefer. We used to call her mom. She will take us everywhere. She will drive us. I mean, at 16, 17, all the way down to Miami, drop us off at the club and pick us up again. So
Oh,
I am that mom. I want to be that mom.
right.
So, but no, it's everything I do is for my kids. I've married my semi high school sweetheart. We met when we were 17, but we didn't really start dating until we were 22. We're celebrating 32 years together next month.
Congratulations. That's
Yes.
awesome.
He's not only my mentor, he's my tormentor. And my husband has been in insurance since he was 17, 18. And he's had clients. He has his own agency as well with his other sister. He's had clients for over 50 years. So we do good business. We want to do what's best for the client. We want to make sure for that moment of truth that they are covered,
Right.
because I mean we all need to make money. That's the bottom line. But I don't want to make money by pretty much not giving good business to people.
Right.
So that's why I'm broke. No, I'm just kidding. And I'm very honest with my clients. I'm like, oh my god, it's like, really, you got that policy? No, 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 that's not good for you.
It's yeah, I don't even want to get on that bandwagon, but there's a
It's
lot
scary.
of right,
It's
exactly. It is.
it's
It is. And
scary. It's
having the
like,
right agent and that is looking
mm-hmm,
out for you and going above and beyond and trying to get you the
mm-hmm,
best rate and working within your parameters, I think is so important. And an
yeah,
agent that you can trust.
yes,
So, I mean, and your clients have that in you because I know you as a person and I know what, you bring to the table and all the amazing
thank you,
testimonials within the Go Getter Girls Network
thank you,
that you receive. So, my hat's off to you because that's
thank you.
amazing and keep up. Just keep shining, girl. Keep
Mm-hmm,
shining.
I wish I would have done this 15 years ago when I was given the opportunity to start my agency, but I chose to be a stay-home mom.
That's
I
more
chose,
important.
yes, I chose to be with them, and I'm like, oh. But I had a great time with them when we first moved to Martin County. I went to all the mommy and me's. I went to Lego Club. I've been able to make some amazing friends in this town. I have a core group of friends, 9 girls that we travel together. We go everywhere at least every 3 to 4 months. We're going to New York, and a couple in December. We just got back from Tennessee. We've
Nice.
gone. I've been able to meet a really great group of friends.
I think
So
that's awesome.
I'm very fortunate to have met the girls that I've met up here, and you guys too.
Yeah.
And I love Go Getters. It's so uplifting. It's such a girl power that we need that as females. I mean, sometimes we are overlooked because we're girls, but we are strong and we're going to go get it. There are some amazing female agents in town that are just, I mean, they're role models to me. I see them and I'm like, wow, you're a powerhouse. So there's enough business for everybody.
Right.
That's what enough houses are going up for sale too.
That's right.
They're
There's
building
enough
too many
business in
houses.
Florida for sure.
Yes.
Well, we have about 3 minutes left, and I know that you're involved in Elevate Hope. So, can you tell us a little bit
Yes.
about that?
So Elevate Hope is very dear to my heart. When we first moved here, we had Miss Schaefer. She was my Rena. She helped us. She was very amazing, and Rena does amazing work for the community. She has helped. Right now, we're taken because of the government being shut down. The SNAP benefits are not available, so our pantry is completely empty. It's right on Salerno Road. If you guys want to donate some food, please, by all means, bring it. We're also collecting food for Jamaica right now. That is going to be a drop off for Jamaica. As you know, they just got hit by the
Right.
probably one of the biggest hurricanes ever.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa, we don't like Melissa right now.
No,
So she does amazing work for our community. You'd be surprised the intakes that we see, that how many people are really homeless in our town. And for Martin County to have homeless people and to have kids going to bed hungry, it's not right. So it's a very, I'm on the board of directors for them, and she does amazing work. Amazing, amazing work for sure. Like this morning when I dropped my kid off at school, there was some kids passing out baskets for Thanksgiving. We're collecting
oh,
Thanksgiving baskets. We do about 3,000 baskets to the community for
I love
people that
that.
are, and especially right now with the SNAP benefits being gone, it's going to be a hard Thanksgiving for sure. So we need to, if we're able, we need to help our community and our kids.
I agree.
It's all for the kids.
So they are collecting food items for the holidays, and they can
Yes.
drop these food items off at Elevate Hope, which is on Salerno Road.
Yes, Salerno Road. I don't 30. I want to say it's 3,700, but I'm not really sure of the address. It's right.
Okay.
Um, if you take Salerno going towards Twisted Tuna, it's right before on the right hand side.
Okay.
So I still get lost in Martin County. Palm City, forget it. I go in Palm City and I'm like, oh, I still need directions how to get to our lunch. I get Martin Downs and Martin's Crossing so confused sometimes.
All right. I want to make sure that we do add some information on how someone can get in contact with you, Karina. So I'm going to
Mhm.
put your phone number up. And if you are watching or you're watching the replay, please take a screenshot of Karina's phone number. You can reach Karina. Again, she is Karina Seminario Priestman, the owner and insurance agent at Hasco Insurance, 772-214-1770.
Yes.
Karina,
Or you
anything
can
else you'd like to add?
thank you so much for everything. Thank you for believing in me, and thank you for being such a kick butt girl. For sure, you are amazing. You, I love our meetings. That is the Go Getter Girl lunches is my favorite for sure, and the food is good too.
I like the food too. I think it's great.
The
All right,
tacos were
Karina.
amazing.
It's you know what I love our meetings also. We have so much fun, and let me
Hmm.
just add a little information in here before I let you go. So this girl is on fire, as I mentioned in the beginning, is a dedication to the Go Getter Girls Network members, and where we showcase our members, the difference they're making in their communities. They're just a powerhouse. They are impacting in more ways than you could possibly think of through their business, through their volunteer work. And if you would like to learn more information about how to become a member, you can log on to gogettergirlsnetwork.com. If you have any questions, you can reach me at Kathy@gogettergirlsnetwork.com. And with that, Karina, I'm going to put you backstage and I am going to wrap the show up.
Okay, thank you. Have a great
Thank you.
day.
Thank you. All right. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I love it, love it, love it. I know I say it every single show, but I love when we have our Go Getter Girls Network members on This Girl's on Fire, where I learned so much more about them. And I just love that all of them are moving and shaking and they are just, they're powerhouses. And thank you for watching us. Again, if you have any questions, please add a comment and we'll make sure that we get those comments answered, or those, excuse me, those questions answered. And with that, keep that fire burning. Until next time.